Alright guys, welcome back. So it has been a while. Palantir, PLTR. If you take a look at overall market and Palantir stock, let's say go back to the beginning of this shenanigan month where yes, overall S&P 500 and Nasdaq has been in a downtrend, and if you measure the opening price for the stock, and like this stock, yes, definitely did decline 20% from the beginning of this month. Option expiration month again from 24th of February. So you can see this is pretty much, it hasn't been easy to trade this action. So the reason why I'm going to label this pretty much this video IV crush is because this stock may not do a whole lot of nothing up until the option expiration of March, and then you will see this stock pick a direction. So there are a few things I want to show here, maybe option activity, and then we'll take a look at the levels. So let's take a look at the options just from here for today's action, March 12th. 377,000 calls traded, 252,000 puts traded, and I can see far outside of the money puts could be being sold, and then calls as well, far outside of the money calls being sold. Some calls are being purchased, but there are a lot of spreads are being done, very institutional, and there's a lot of premium advantage seekers here, in my opinion. If you take a look at, I'm just filtering out the orders, such as if we take a look at June, so this is the largest two orders that came in, and I'm assuming these were sold to the bidder. 65 put for June, and November 125 calls. It does look like these are buying calls, and again, these are not significant orders, but of course there are some put buyers as well. So for May, somebody purchased $85 put, but overall, just by looking at filtering out these largest orders, I can say that maybe people are betting short term to the relief bounce, to the upside. Maybe it tests its 50-day moving average, and maybe even higher, goes all the way to these $100 levels. And ultra short term, if you take a look at it, maybe if you compare it with S&P 500 as a whole, maybe last 2 days you can see a little bit of a strength in Nasdaq as a whole. And again, I know overall everything is down, but if you take a look at tech names, they were the ones that were sold off the most. And this is NDX, Nasdaq, and yeah, by looking at it, it's pretty much the same. SPY, if you take a look at it, yeah, we might have more downside, but basically PLTR, I'm not expecting this stock basically waterfall down, because I was watching this name to the downside below these $75, saying that it could go, I mean, in the Discord we were talking about this one, it can maybe possibly test these recent lows of 65 and maybe even eventually go to its 200-day moving average of 55. And can it happen? Absolutely. Look at the Tesla, that stock that trades with the highest PE, forward PE, and Palantir was the second, maybe third, the most expensive stock in the market. But option positioning, it's all about that. If you take a look at the overall market as well, and then large flows, I want to show you this, where cluster of sellers came in right there back in December when stock had corrected 20%. And then right here, right now, I'm seeing that, we have a lot of supply at these $100 levels, maybe even at $90 levels. But again, it's not clear to me just by, again, this is volume leaders and we're largest orders. So, and by looking at like very recent last 10 days of a price action, I cannot tell if these people are accumulating, if these people are buying it, like it's 76, 74, like 700 million order, 744, 800 million order. I'm not sure about these cluster of orders at these lows below $80, and I'm assuming maybe even short covering at these points. But you can see where the sellers were here at these levels. Anytime you see like large orders and stock pretty much starts going down, I mean, I assume that these were sellers. And anytime, again, I haven't used this dark pool and like large order tool for long, but as far as I understand, at these levels, it could be short covering or something like that, and also maybe even buyers who are seeking to trade in and out. And for me, it just doesn't look like this stock really wants to go down despite overall markets just flushing down. If you just take a look at NDX chart, this is NASDAQ. Look how it has been coming down, right? So, but it is below 200-day moving average. But if you take a look at the Palantir, it is year to date. If we just even they just measure the move from year to date, this stock is still year to date. Again, I'm not looking at from all-time highs. This stock is still up like 9.7% plus positive. There are many stocks are negative year to date, but Palantir is positive. So that's why it's standing out to me that it is and I'm not playing the pretty much relief bounce on that one, but it can, in my opinion, just chop around and stay in the range. Even if you take a look at the strongest, like best AI name out there, Nvidia, year to date, this stock is down 14%, while S&P 500 probably down like how many from the beginning of the year, let's say just from the end of last year, 5% down. So outperforming a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that it can just really rally back to these highs, even though it can happen. So it's highly shorted stock. So my level right here that I'm watching is basically a little bit above its 50-day moving average, which is a $90 level. If it gets back above it, sure, I have no problem thinking that this stock could go towards $100 levels and squeeze people. And if you take a look at this right here, the reason why I'm not trading it with options, or if you are trading it with options, again, I'm not recommending you to do so. Implied volatility, IV, very elevated. On anything you're going to look in this market, everything is expensive. If you are trying to buy puts, they are very pricey, meaning if you buy them, they might not move a lot. You have to be very careful with the premium and maybe even nimble. If you are trying to go in and out, you can do so, no problem. But you can see from November up until this February. Actually, let's measure from the February. So up until February, this flush down that we had, stock had a $4 range. Now it has $8 average to range, meaning the IV is the highest level it has been ever for the stock, actually. So even back when it was trading after going IPO, the highest volatility level was $4 range. And now if you are somebody who is trying to be clever with options, well, you would be paying the top price for the option market. It has started at this level basically somewhere around after that flush down around February 25th. So it's been a couple of weeks now, 2 weeks now. So my take is that it can chop around and go higher, but up until this option expiration, March 21st, I think it can stay up. Again, I have an alerts, and again, I'm not biased one way or another, but if my alert is taken out, which is 76, 75-ish dollar level, if it trades below, sure, I think that the stock can go down lower, maybe even to 65 or maybe even 200-day moving average. But I have no doubt in the future, at some point, if overall market doesn't have a stronger relief bounce, this stock could test its 200-day moving average. Maybe it's going to happen after March option expiration. But again, I'll be watching this name right here, right now, neutral to bullish, and this is my take. Again, I'm not telling you to buy or sell. This is one of the most expensive stocks out there in terms of like forward earnings. But again, it's just hasn't been easy to trade it, especially if you take a look at it from the moment market started declining, you can see it's just been Christmas tree trading. So that's my take for Palantir. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next update. Take care. Peace.